Hi everyone, this is Peter McPhail with United Country Lifestyle Properties of Maine. Thanks for joining us today. We're really excited about a 102 plus or minus acre lot that we're bringing to market, located in the town of Waterboro. The Abenaki named this area Massabesic, which means the place of much water. Now, ironically, the place of much water back in 1911 had a devastating fire that burned up most of South Waterboro. And again, the Great Fires in 1947 burned up 3/4 of the land in Waterboro. So it was incorporated in 1787, and it was known throughout the late 1700s into the 1800s for lumbering, and it was also a good grazing area. So you had both cattle and dairy farmers there. So let's go take a look at the property. All right, so we're just getting into Waterboro, and Waterboro, the neat thing here, it's a very country location, but as it's close to Portland, South Portland, and one of Maine's coolest cities. So we'll be arriving at the property here shortly. So we're turning on to the Ross Corner Road, and I will say that the town of Waterboro has got to be in the running as the hobby farm capital of the state. So we drove as far as we could from where the Ross Corner Road is being plowed, and then we're hiking in about a 1/4 mile to the boundary, and then maybe another 1,000 feet to where the driveway. Hey everyone, so we made it down to the property here in Waterboro. We have 102 acres. And it is on a snowmobile trail, so if you like recreation, you're good to go here. There is no electricity, so certainly would be a good option for solar. And Carson, tell me a little bit about Waterboro.
Well, Waterboro is a bedroom town to the city of Portland. Waterboro has a population of about 7,900 people, and the town itself is almost 60 square miles.
So let's take a better look at the property. Some beautiful big white pine here, and a mixture of hardwood. Now, looking at the topo map for this property, the elevations here are running anywhere from roughly 440 feet to 520 feet above sea level. So we're gonna work our way down to where there should be a roughed-in driveway. We're gonna see if we can find that. Give you an idea, it's probably gonna need some work on the driveway itself, but we'll see what we can find anyway. So this section of road frontage, there's a lot of fir trees here. A little bit of maple mixed in. Fairly heavily forested right here, but we'll be coming up onto the driveway in just a minute.
We've hiked into the roughed-in driveway here. The driveway itself currently is about 900 feet long.
Yep, 900 feet of driveway, and like I said before, you still probably got to do some work to it, but a lot of the heavy work's been done for you. And this is a great recreational lot, like we said before. There's signs of people cross-country skiing in here. The northeast boundary line of this property has about 1,400 feet of frontage on Buff Brook, B-U-F-F, Buff Brook. So there's a nice water feature here. There's also, as we're hiking in, there was a small brook that had crossed the road here. With the frozen ground, we couldn't tell how much flow was there, if there was any flow at all, but there was certainly a sign of a small brook, I don't know if it'd be seasonal or not, that crossed the road. So we're gonna get we'll hike in the driveway here and get some more footage for you. So we're working our way down to Buff Brook, and there's a nice pine knoll up in here. All kinds of building sites for you to build an off-grid home or put your cabin. Now, looking at the soil map for the property, you have about 36 acres in Skerry, which is Skerry, which is a fine sandy loam. And then you've got about 17 acres in Hermon soil, which is, again, sandy loam. And then roughly 15 acres in Brayton, Westbury, which is also a it's actually very stony, but fine sandy loam. So you would have some stones there to do some landscaping with, and all kinds of sand to do whatever you wanted to do for landscaping and gardening as well. Made it down to Buff Brook, and there's actually, for the 1st of March, as cold as it is, there's open water here. Actually, just a slight skim of ice over it, but a little windy day. There's Buff Brook, looking to the northeast, and then it flows across the road.
So to recap, this property is in the town of Waterboro. Waterboro is in York County, which York County happens to actually be the southwesternmost county in the state. It actually borders New Hampshire, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. So this, I think, location when it comes to this lot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're close to Portland International Jetport. I think well under an hour.
Mm-hmm.
And then this city of Boston, what is?
Hour 40 minutes.
So less than 2 hours roughly to Boston. New York City is probably going to be 5 hours, 20 minutes, 5.5 hours roughly to this property. So it's the perfect location, and certainly, you know, we certainly have a lot of privacy here.
Oh, absolutely.
There's nothing else around. We haven't seen any other buildings here, so you would have your privacy on this recreational lot. So just recapping some of the location features of this property. It is right on a snowmobile trail, and the lot is big enough so I think you could put a number of homes on it if you wished. The electricity is actually not that far away from the property, so you could do solar, and you could also run power there. Depending on where you build on the lot, I think power would be anywhere from 500 feet away to 1,200 feet away, depending on where you'd want to build. And then everything that's convenient is all within about 45-minute drive. So you have the main mall, which is less than about 40 minutes away. You have the Cabela's sporting goods store. That's 40 minutes away. Portland International Jetport. That's 45 minutes from the property. And then just south of the property, you have Old Orchard Beach. And then to the east, northeast is Sebago Lake. Again, everything is 45 minutes away. So it is just a good hub for you to enjoy just about everything Maine has to offer, whether you want to go to the ocean for the day, whether you want to go out on Sebago Lake for the day, hiking some of the many trails in the area. Just a perfect spot. If everybody wants to go to the city and do some shopping, do that as well. So great location. Thanks for joining Carson and I today down in Waterboro, and we appreciate having you come along with us. Don't forget to like and subscribe and ring the notification bell, and we look forward to seeing you again real soon.